So we all heard that Kevin Levrone will compete at the Mr Olympia 2016. If you didn't hear it yet, then check my several videos on my YouTube channel, subscribe, stay tuned. But now I wanted to give a critical view on this topic, because the first videos we all got hyped up, we all got motivated, we all got a lot of happiness and things like that, because we all, love the physique of Kevin Levrone, which he had in the 90s, in his prime, in his career, and which he's famous for and still famous for. All the videos, with the Creed music. You probably know it, I don't even have to tell. But now he will come back, and a lot of fans, without seeing anything how he looks now, or without any realistic view, they say he will easily win against Phil Heath, the current Mr Olympia, who is in his prime time. Okay, who was in his pinnacle of his bodybuilding career. Last 5 years he won 5 consecutive times the Mr Olympia title. There is Sean Roden in the Olympia, there is Cedric McMillan in the Olympia, there is Dennis Wolf in the Mr Olympia, Dexter Jackson, like I said, Phil Heath, Big Ramy. There are several top guys who are in the prime of their career. So it's not like, the Olympia is full with bad athletes. So there is a high standard of the top 6, let's say it that way, of the top 6, high standard. And Kevin Levrone, when he will compete, he will be 52 years old. Don't forget that he will be 52 years old. So he's not the youngest, he is for a fact the oldest by far. Of course, Dexter Jackson is 46 or 47, but he is, Dexter Jackson, he is not normal. Dexter Jackson, that's not normal in bodybuilding. The other guys are like 10 years older, okay, or even more. So the last time Kevin Levrone competed at the Olympia, or competed bodybuilding wise, was 13 years ago, 2003. So for 13 years, he basically laid off. He wanted to come back several times, like 2009, 2013, I think, but this is now official. So for 13 years, he was probably natural, like we know it. So he was not on the juice, he was natural, and didn't train for most of these 13 years, for most of the time, didn't train or even train, like anything like a bodybuilder, or eat, sleep, all these things. So that's the thing. And the other guys, for the last decades or more, they always train. So he will compete against guys who are active, who train for the last, from the beginning to this. So he's the only one, of course, who does a comeback, and he has to gain a lot of size back. I saw the pictures on Instagram. They are good. We only saw the upper body. They are good pictures, but it's nowhere near nowadays, it's nowhere near what you have to be a top contender at the Olympia. And don't forget, at the Olympia, he have to gain a lot of size, but at the end he has to shred down. He has to be in contest shape. He can't step on stage off season or so. Forget it, guys. Forget it. And I don't say that he can't do well. I would love that he will do well. I would love it, because I'm a fan of him. I would even love that he wins or so. I would be happy about that, because he's perfect of Ankara Mr Olympia. He deserves it. And he's deserved it in the past where he was active. But now forget, he has to bring his legs up. Maybe even more, his legs have to be maybe even better than they were in his active career. Because that's very important fact, Phil Heath is not a bad athlete. If you like him or not, he has better legs. And the back, his back is good. So that was a little bit his weakness of Kevin. Back then his legs weren't that good, his back weren't that good. Other than that, he was crazy, of course. But what I want to say is he has to bring his A game, and for him winning, he probably has to be even better than he ever was. So it will be very hard. But I think that the top 10 for a fact could be realistic. He will probably, will place in the top 10. And what I want to say too is that I know that he had his mass, and the body, the body remembers. The body, when when he takes all the creatine, you know what I mean, that he used to, his body will respond. He already had that mass, and now he will gain a lot of it back quickly. So of course there is a Mary effect. But will it be enough for him to do damage on the Olympia stage in Las Vegas? We will see. I think the top 10 is very realistic. Top 6 will be hard and interesting. But winning against Phil Heath, we don't know if Kai Green competes. There are 7 crazy guys on the stage. And will he win? Of course, we'll never know. So we should stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel, when there will be new facts, new videos, new photos of Kevin, where he can say more on the progress. I will get you updated. So subscribe, stay tuned, and have a nice day.